Yes, no. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we're on. So this afternoon, this is what I'm going to show you about the Jinhua Community Center. Once again, I need my favorite friend's help, which is Google Map. I love to show you things in a map. So since we have Street View, you can go to these places easily. So let me show you Jinhua Community Center, Tainan Jinhua Community Center. Well, basically, after so many visits to so many communities, I believe now you already know the development of a community. Really, you cannot have a strategy that's working for everyone. It has to be customized. Of course, there will be important elements. There will be things that you all have to do, but you still need to look into the situation of the area and look at the resource you have, look at the people you have, and then you will know what exactly are the needs and also the things you can do. Okay, so this is Taiwan again. We're in Taichung, and the place we visited is Tainan. And this is also a city that's really close to the ocean. So as you can see, yeah, the harbor is over here. Let me have a look at the harbor if I could. Yay, okay. So this is the harbor. I think that's the custom. Yeah, okay, it's the custom. I think for those ships that's taking cargoes to the nation, of course they will be here. There's an airport, and there's the Chimay Museum that we're gonna visit today, and also there are hospitals. Yes, there's so many places. So this place is very famous for its um, the culture. Is actually the main spot of the place. Because I told you about 一府二路三艋甲. Well, and for those who forgot what that is, 一府 means the first developed city in Taiwan after how does that? After the people from the mainland China arrived Taiwan and they tried to develop this island, so they started up from Tainan, and so it has another nickname. It's called Fucheng. So 一府 means the 一 means one. So the first developed place is called Fucheng, which is Tainan City, and 二路 is Lugang City, and now it's only a small place, but still it's a part of Jianghua area. 三艋甲 means the third developed city. It's Mengjia in Taipei, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so now we are going to Tainan Ifu, which is the first developed city, and in this city you will see a lot of old buildings that established very long ago. For example, a very famous place for tourists called Shikan Lou, Shikan building, and this place looks like that. And of course, the government tried to make this place a very interesting tourist spot, so they put this here. But of course, at the beginning it doesn't look like this, and it means the white sheep you see it doesn't exist. Okay, but the old-fashioned buildings that established more than 100 years ago is here and been fixed and is now standing tall in this place. Well, not that tall, but at least at that period of time. So a lot of people came here for picture. And um, in the previous story about, well, not really story, the history about original people that Professor Shao mentioned, there was a general called Chen Gongjian. So he helped to help the local people on the island to kick away um, sailors and government officials from Holland. Okay, so they went back to Netherlands, and after they lost the war, so Mr. Chen Gongjian, the general, just kicked them out and received their. So say, yeah, you surrender. Okay, good. Get out of this place. Now it belongs to China. So at that period of time, it was his office. This was his office at that time. So now, if you go there, the government, the local government, try to remain how it looks like in the past over 100 years ago. So also there's a temple over here. So when you go there, this is what you're gonna see when you enter the building. And also, of course, they try to remain how it looks like. And of course, there were another castle here, but during the war, it was teared down. So now they can only tell you the foundation of the castle. But now at least they can keep the temple and the office. So if you're interested, I'm gonna post this thing here so you can see it. So Chikan. Okay, at that time there are two other buildings that's very famous in this area. It's called Yizai Jinchen. Yizai. Fortress, or yeah. So basically, yeah, Yizai. Well, if you direct translate, Yizai Golden Castle or city, but basically castle in a way at that time. So it's actually looks like this right now, but at that time, you still get to see a fortress, and so you have the government official at that time, over 100 years ago. Yeah, it was established in year 1874, and if people want to enter this island, they will have to go near this area and from the ship, and so a group of Navy troop will have to be here and use their cannons to aim at all possible enemies. So you have the cannons, and there used to be more, of course, but now you only see what's left. Of course, that's not what it was here. So yeah, this is the old cannons, and the reason you see trees because the the sea level actually went down, so the trees grew up later. But at that time, I'm 100% sure that you don't see this grass and trees. It will be all, you know, the beach, the oceans nearby. So they try to protect this place with these kind of structures so people can still see the foundation of the fortress. But now when you go there, it's only this. And it's interesting, I didn't know why, but the government actually allowed you to paddle a boat by the river around this fortress. So yeah, to see a swan-shaped paddle boat here is kind of interesting. I never try it If you really want, you can try it, but I don't know why. I just don't have a clue. Okay, so sometimes the government will try to decorate it with flags and things, so people will have this imaginary feeling that they went back to the ancient time where the army is still here guarding the city. Okay, that's the second one. 赤坎义在, and there's another one. I suddenly forgot. I'm gonna find that out later. Okay, so anyway, so Jinhua Community Center is right here over this area. So it's a city full of cultural resources and history. So there are a lot of people investing their time and business in the tourist service, like providing things for the tourists. So what about the communities over here? How do they serve their people? So let's have a look at them. But let me show you where they are. Give me a second. Don't know why it doesn't come out. Try again. Round two. This is so weird. Okay. Yeah, okay. So they're here. So it has, they have a park. They're inside of a park. So let's put a little guy over here so you can see. Okay, yeah, so this is Jinhua Community Center. It has a, yeah. Okay, it's here in this building. When I was there, I'm pretty happy that they provide car parks, so they let me park here. So yes. Okay, so that was the entrance. Okay, so let's have a look at the interview. If you don't hear it, please let me know. Type it, and I'll try to find out what's wrong with the machine if that happens.
Welcome to Jinhua Community. Hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jinhua Community Center and visit us. I'm Zhao Xiong Huang, the director of the community center. I just entered this position since this March. And we are actually number one in many aspects in the competition between communities. So the safest community in Taiwan, in the world actually. So the most suitable community for immigrants. The healthiest community in competition. So it's international certified. So I'm really proud to be a part of this community. So I would like to contribute a little bit of me to this community. So we can upgrade this community to the next level. So good is not enough. We need to be better. We want to be number one in everything and every year. So that requires help from Kun Chen Ke, who's the chief of village of this place, and also teacher Liao in the community to help out. And a lot of volunteers were willing to help, and especially they're aged above 70 and 80, but they're still willing. We're planning to keep on participating competition between communities because next year we still have to, and we will compete with other communities on the safest community competition and most suitable community for immigrants competition. I think we're gonna be number one again. That's of all. Okay, I think if I put this in a parable, I will look at us as a rice dumpling. Our community is like the leaf outside of the rice dumpling in a Dragon Ball festival. So the rice within, they were big and small, and that's the members of the community. Okay, guys. I hope you're okay with what I did. Just to wake everybody up, I will play something in the middle. I hope you like it. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna continue the tour in the Jinhua Community Center. Thank you. Okay. Few years ago, actually there was an earthquake, very serious earthquake, and then no one has water because a lot of water supply, the pipes were broken by the earthquake. And later, but a lot of people see us with fountains here, so they can come here to fetch the water because about 10 meters underground it will be rainwater, and underneath like 20 meters will be the seawater, as we mentioned earlier, because this used to be underneath the ocean. So now we set out a lot of those fountains there, and it's extracting the water on 10 meters underneath. That will be the rainwater that purified by the land and also the plants. Yes. So they also invented their own ways to kill mosquitoes, and this is the kind of insect killer that we use. 没关系，其实 OK 的，这是不影响，我们不影响。So the leader, the chief of village, would like them to introduce the mosquito killer that they invented Okay, let's have a look at this. You can see so many mosquitoes stick onto the plate. Yeah. Can you see a lot of mosquitoes? Yeah. There are mosquitoes here. Wow. Okay, as you can see, this tool is very effective. I can see more than hundreds of mosquitoes stick onto it and die.
这叫斑纹，这一只是斑纹，就是传播登革热的斑纹。
Okay, as you can see, there are types of mosquitoes that's actually spreading disease, and we caught them as well. Okay, we're actually trying our best to catch the mosquitoes which can spread out disease. Dengue fever. I think that's what I heard. So at the beginning, that's our first prototype model, Mark 1. All right, so
First generation.
and then so for Mark 1, it looks like this, and you got something to attract mosquitoes. In year 1915, we had mosquitoes and the disease related to spread around whole Tainan. Okay, so this is not especially catching the mosquitoes. We're actually catching the eggs from the mosquitoes to ensure the numbers of mosquitoes we have in this area. So if you have many of them, you will see a mosquito might concentrate in certain area by looking at the numbers of eggs they lay in this bucket. So if you have so many buckets like this, and in this area, at this corner, you have more eggs in this bucket, then we will know, oh, this area have more mosquitoes concentrated in this area. So I was the person who started to do this. So I thought it was such a pity you just collect their eggs instead of mosquito itself, because they're gonna bite someone else later. So I try to catch the mosquitoes as well later. In the second design, so in our Mark II, okay, on the Mark II, so you have this plate at the bottom, and then the mosquito will go in and lay eggs over here. So after 2 days, it will become their baby, and it will start to grow. And then, of course, we have medicine for that, so they will be killed at this stage. Since we drug it, so it died
那个
afterwards.
蚊子。
After the female mosquito lay eggs, and they will, it requires some strength, so the mosquito will be tired, and actually they will have rest nearby, and then they will die and stick onto it, onto the wall. And also, there are disadvantages. For example, the bucket can be, if you put it under the sun for such a long time, it can be broken, and the water can dry out very quickly. So those are the problems. And it's too low. So if the water just dry out or just come out for any reason, then the mosquito will not come. So that's our Mark II. So the Mark III we use is this one. So we want to make it a lot bigger, and also the surface mosquito gonna touch is gonna be a lot bigger. So you can see the eggs. Okay, so you can see the eggs of the mosquitoes are here. Stick onto this white thing over here. The eggs of the mosquitoes. You know how a mosquito flies? Okay, so so actually, you know, the mosquito doesn't fly like a helicopter. They go straight up and down. So they will go against the wall. So when they do that, they will actually stick onto the wall before it even reaches bottom to lay eggs. So the other maybe 50% of them who successfully came to the bottom and lay eggs, after they come back up, they will be stick onto the plate again. So they have no way to run. Sooner or later, I will stick them and they'll die here. So to protect the elders, one of the thing we can do is to get rid of mosquitoes. So if they don't have that kind of problem, we can take care of them because they might not get the disease related to mosquitoes. Yeah, and this idea is very advanced because I actually read about this in Disneyland. They actually have a team catch mosquitoes, estimate their number, and finding the best tactic to kill them in the whole Disneyland. That's actually happened. Well, so this government official actually came and observed from our idea. So if you see it elsewhere, I can assure you that the idea came from this. The CDC, the disease control, department actually took the idea from us as well. And so everybody participating in this, so everybody cares about it as well. Guys, according to what they say and share, what I mentioned in the video was I really appreciate what they did for the elders, because they say to serve the elders, one of the most important thing is to keep them away from disease. And one of the diseases the disease that might spread out of the mosquito bite. And so they try their best to catch mosquitoes. And I told them that I appreciate the idea because you're following Disneyland. And I just gave you a link. Please have a look at what Disneyland did. And they actually have a team and to catch mosquitoes, to analyze the situation, the amount of numbers they found, and they will try their best to use all scientific ways to get rid of mosquitoes. So in the most magical place on Earth, they don't use the most magical ways to get rid of mosquitoes. They still do it in very scientific ways, and it's really helpful. So I even found their video clip, so you can have a look at this on here. So here, the second link over here. Okay. So feel free to watch it later. Now you have the link, you watch it whenever you like. Okay, I'm gonna continue to introduce the place. And now we are entering to the director of the community center. So he's gonna say something and introduce the community for us.
How we do is our long-term caring. Yes. Here we have a drum. It's like a drum, that playing. And these elders, they go take a bus and a free bus, and go to see a temple. Yeah, they have they are practicing. Yeah, and here is our health caring. Yeah. And here is our team. And here, what they do. And we have a music instrument playing. Yeah. And here we have also combined with our local kindergarten and different generation and together. Yeah. They are shepherds and they serve some dish to this elder. And how they starting to use the scissor and pepper painting, for example. And here is also combined with different university or college, and is a visitor, foreign visitor to see us. 2019, we have this officer from US to visit us.
If I'm not mistaken, that's California, I guess. California?
Yeah.
Okay.
From different states of the US.
Oh, wow. Yeah, CDC. Central Disease Control, CDC,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Now we have a activity not only combined with our local community, we also combine with a nearby community together. Yeah.
To do domestic violence prevention promotion.
Yeah. So they are producer from police and from different institution. So we used to together. We are working activity together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, here is our mayor. So far, the Tainan mayor.
Oh, the Tainan mayor. This is the latest one, right?
So yeah, it's from here, Mr. James, Dr. James, and here is from International Consumer Food Association, like this. They visit us.
Okay.
Let's go.
Using this on the closer distance. I'm gonna use it on the closer distance. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the chief of village is going to share with us the PPT presentation they had on community care practice. So there are some more photos. These activities don't run at the same time, so we cannot see them one by one. But we have so many pictures and in a PPT presentation. So let's wait for a minute.
We used to working not only in the office but also at home a lot.
So he's very devoted to the development of community.
Yeah, he's working already 30 years for this community.
Wow, 30 years.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Yes. Sure.
The concept because before when he is a young teenage, he ever working for the Air Force in Taiwan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's he have this kind of
啊，
So,
从
so
中间
this,
开始
this was the chief village presenting to
嗯
the college, nursing college in Tainan about what they've been doing. So this is the PT presentation they did. Yes. So we are promoting the health of community, and also how the elders in the communities and aging in place. So one of the best university in Taiwan called Chengda, Chen means success. So this university actually applied the concept of the sustainable, healthy community. There's 11 items. So that these two scholars proposed in year 1999. So the nursing department in Chengda University, they actually came to us and suspect us and have a look at the whole community for 1 month to ensure that we are qualified to be called as healthy community. So they found few things. Number one, a clean, safe environment, and which is really high quality. And number two, the ecosystem, sustainable ecosystem. And number three, the supported members, who's supporting each other. Number four, they the community members are highly participating in things they do in the community, and also the basic needs can be fulfilled. So number six, you can gain all sorts of experience and resource in many ways. And number seven, you can have energetic, innovative, and diverse economic related activities. And number eight, you can preserve historical sites and respect local culture. Number nine, you can have vision, and you can promote feature for your community, develop a special feature for yourself. Number nine, you can, number 10, you can have quality health care system. And number 11, the community members have good health condition. That's a community site map for the whole the resource we have. We even had architecture draw the whole community out for us. So altogether, we have 2,217 households. Altogether, it's 5,715 people. That's including 2,773 male, 2,942 female. Percussion band formed by the elders.
他们是
gain their skill and training in the college for the elders. This band will perform the shows and the songs in front of the government's building, and also we have sports event for the whole community. They will also get to present it as an intro. So this is the activity we did on preventing addiction on cigarettes, alcohol, and betel nut. So as you can see, the community all participate it, and we'll try our best. So we have the most important sports events is this, so we can get to dance together and compete together and exercise together. So every single year there will be more than thousands of people that come and participate. And we will have a long distance walk together. So the ladies, they can all get to perform the specialties for us. So that's the garden we saw just now. So every single week we have a day, we call it a vegetarian day. So we don't eat fish or meat. We are actually just promote the vegetable we grow to keep everybody in a healthy state. So these salad and the thing, every dish you see, they're all vegetarian dishes. So these are the voluntary chefs who cook for all of us. So we also have visitors from England who visit us and took the idea and learn from the idea we propose. So for the elders in our community, we have this vision for them. Number one, we wish they can eat together and they can learn together and they can live happily ever after together. And so we hope they can live healthy, and also we can prevent them from aging and dementia. So we think when you are old, you don't have to have only one person to sit next to you, which is your wife or your husband. But actually, you need to have friends with you, although you are aged.
这是
So this is our care spot in this place. Okay, we want every single elders who lives in our community who can live happily until forever, and also they can keep learning, although they're aged. And then we believe the right for learning and to have fun is important. So they get to have all sorts of classes and entertainment. So altogether, we have 925 elderly people aged above 75. Okay, so so altogether, 65 years old or above elderly people, we have 925 people, and altogether, it's like 15.6%. And so we know their importance, so we also want to raise the public awareness towards the importance of their participation in activities we do. So the safety promotion is something that we care about as well. So the safety here in the concept is about the daily safety, like how to use electricity safely, how to eat safely, how to dress safely, how to live in a place safely, how to travel safely, have fun safely, or do recreational activities safely. So the cloud system on long-term care, to monitor the long-term care needs is one of the things we do. So we have this caution system. When someone falls down, they have a it can be notified. Yeah, it can be notified to the person who can provide help. Okay, so there will be a button for them to press. This emergency call button can actually call help to someone who's able to help at that moment. And the patrol system will send a person to their house. We actually invite the elders to do exercise with the kids in the kindergarten so they can interact better, and also we will educate them at the same time, so to prevent all sorts type of accidents. So we will get these elderly people to go to the nursery and teach those kids how to do the toys they used to do when they were young. So they according to their own memories, when they were young, they would teach those kids how to make those toys. So the college for the elderly people, we have all types of activities for them. The language class, the DIY arts and crafts class, and all type of things are open courses for all of them. So all types of activities we do that's helping them to keep them in a healthy state, we will do them all. So we will actually get the local kindergarten to send out one class every single week to cook for the elderlies and to serve the elderly so they can have better interaction with each other. So the kids is going to cook for them and so to serve the elders. So when the elders seeing that the grandsons are participating in a community and actually helping and serving them, they will be happier. The volunteer workers in our communities are, some of them are from the kids in the community, the high school students, the senior high, junior high, and young people, and also college students to come and participate in the voluntary work of the community, and they will be trained by the local university, and they have a long-term care department. They will train them, and after they receive training, every Saturday and Sunday during summer and winter vacation, they will come and provide help, and also they will be certified by the voluntary hours. These are the activities we do, and also we have tea time with the local hospitals, doctors and nurses. Okay, so the intern
这些都
doctors
医生
from the local hospital, which is the national hospital, and also, sorry, the city hospital, and also Xinlou, the new building hospital. That's a Christian hospital, and the doctors, the intern doctors will actually come here and help the elders, and also have tea time with the elders.
About once a week.
And that happens once a week. Yes, thank you. Yeah. And so besides tea time, they have, and also they will have lectures on the health, knowledge related to health, and they will teach everyone for a few sessions weekly. So this is an activity that the department, the head of the department the long-term care department in the local university actually came and lead us to this sketch of your life booklet. And so everyone gets to paint their own book to talk about the story of their life. Yeah. Their own life story, yes. So that's the process, and also this is another activity. And also we know this Guinness record for cup folding, and so that's an activity that's kind of famous now. So we also train the elders how to do this cup folding, like the Guinness record keeper. Okay, so and also we will visit the elders in the community. We not just ask them to come, also we will go to them, and the security patrol teams and also volunteers and also the director and some of the workers will visit these household these elderly people who live alone or who's have lower income families, and we will share those materials that we new resources we have. Some in COVID-19 time, then the shampoo and bath gel will be mostly needed, so we will share with them. So these are things we share with them. So the all types of team, like drumming team and all types of teams that we form for the elders, they were always invited to all types of events, and they can be the intro, like for the event. So we always train them very frequently. So it is for ukulele, and the previous one is for drum. Yeah, this one is for drumming, the drumming team. So every 2 months or 3 months, we will on almost one season once, and we will take them around by bus and to travel. Every one of them will give them a backpack.
他们一定要背着哈，比较安全。
They have to wear it so we can recognize and it will be safer. So the happy field trip they go, so we take pictures together.
那我想就想到这里了哈。那其他这个后面呢，我们回去你们可以去做那个
是
各删减。
是，好，没问题。
那你有那个那个随身带吗？
Okay, so that was the interview we had with the community center. Of course, there are some other things, but we just really liked there are some other things we don't have time to show you. So I'm gonna move on. So that was Jinhua Community Center, and I just received questions from someone, and I'm gonna answer it. So someone said the water system and mosquito disease prevention technique they have was special because they're mostly elderly people in the community. So how on earth do they know about that? Basically, at the very beginning, it was the idea of elementary school teacher who try to prevent mosquitoes and try to help the kids to apply for a science project award. And for some reason, they did it in a very amazing way. I have the original stuff. Give me a second. But it's all in Chinese, so I think I gotta try to show you how it looks like. And no, not this one. Give me a second. Not that. I just found it. It's here. Okay. I have to do this direct interpretation in front of you so you will know what I'm talking about. What year that was? Let me check. I forgot. Yeah, this was the original science project of elementary school. Yeah, in year 2010, there was an amazing elementary school teacher guided the young kids in elementary school to do a science project. And so after they did that science project, a lot of people were amazed because they tried to did experiment on how to kill mosquitoes. And in a very hot place like Taiwan, of course, some of your countries hotter than Taiwan, but mosquito is really a big problem. You know, it's gonna spread disease, it's gonna cause sickness that and kills many people. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, is the in the previous statistic, some people, some scientists said that the most deadly thing on earth is not a shark or the most dangerous fierce shark or crocodile or anything. No, it's mosquitoes because they're everywhere and it's so hard to kill them. And also they can have offspring so quickly. So killing mosquitoes is always a very important task. And finally, we have someone in the elementary school decided to work on it and they succeeded. So that was amazing to everyone. So this was the original thing when we saw it the first time in the year 2010. Sorry, my laptop is a bit slow, but anyway, it was from the Yong'an Elementary School in Zhongshan District, Taipei. So there were two teachers called Jia Zhangxu and Wenyi Chen, and leaded 3 kids to observe the movement of mosquitoes. So they say they saw an email that people spread around saying that if you use soap powder with laundry powder, you can kill mosquitoes. So they think they should do an experiment on it. So they just want to prove whether if that works. And if it works or it doesn't work, then are there other ways that really helps? So they say they want to prove it and see if the ways spread on the internet was real or not. So they want to have some research topic like number 1, can the soap water attract mosquitoes? And then the second topic, how can you attract more mosquitoes? And number 3, if you have ways to create carbon dioxide, what other things can be helpful to catch more mosquitoes? And how do you use the result of research 3 to create a very useful mosquito catcher? And can it be designed to environmental friendly design? And then we can tell people how to make one. So they just did it. They use yeast to pour it on warm water with sugar and stir it so it can create carbon dioxide. It gives it heat by using some kind of chemical packaging that produce heat, and so they try to detect how many mosquitoes you have, and they say with carbon dioxide they got 12 mosquitoes, and with heat and carbon dioxide you only got 7. If you have this warm thing here, then no mosquitoes can be found, and then if you don't have anything, of course no mosquitoes will remain. And then they try to put these containers near the wall and see what color can attract mosquitoes, and they find out the color black can attract 23 mosquitoes, and for other colors like blue only 12, white 11, red 19, silver 11, green 11. So yes, black was the winner. So they want to know when they keep those attraction in the basement can attract more mosquitoes. So when they put it by the corner, they can attract 98 mosquitoes. If they put it somewhere bright, it's 10. They put it somewhere with nothing, like for example on the track, a running track, then none. Somewhere higher, 10. Somewhere against the wall, 9. Somewhere that's open space by the corridor, 12. So they know by the corner is a lot. So they use different ways. So how can they attract? Sugar, 0. Sugar with yeast, 1. Soda, 1. Soap water with carbon dioxide, 9. I said, okay, that works. So they use different ways and say, that changing the shape. If we use a mosquito catcher and change the shape that by a bottle or something like this, then with a hole on this thing, they caught 18 mosquitoes. If they have a hole and a straw, then is 60. They caught 69 mosquitoes. So they thought that after some experiment, they found out salt water and honey and carbon dioxide, they can catch 170 mosquitoes. And the percentage also, like how many percentage, like 10% of something, then they got more. So after so many things they experienced in the experiment, they later found out the best way to make a mosquito catcher is to make things in the ways they introduced at the end. Give me a second. It's a big file. So, they're really using a scientific way to catch mosquitoes. So they won the first prize of the scientific project, and they actually got the students to write some homework and coursework. And these were grade 6 students. So that finding was shocking to everyone. And the final design was this. They have black pepper around a water bottle like this, and of course you have to cut it and put it upside down, and then it has to put it like that. The upper part has to be upside down, and then you have to wrap it with black paper, and then here it has to be sugar with yeast. So that is going to make some kind of smell to and attract mosquitoes. So the sugar water, it has to be temperature like about 40 degrees, and then you add the yeast and then put it there after 1 week, and then put it by the corner of the basement, and then they can catch a lot of mosquitoes. And so they know carbon dioxide is attracted to mosquitoes. So they use yeast and sugar and water, and then this way they can last for 10 days, and they can reuse it over and over. I think the soap water doesn't help catching mosquitoes. They think it's helpful if you put something sticky on the wall of the container, inside of the container. But later they found out it's after you catch the first mosquito, then the second mosquito will not stick onto it. So you better not do anything, put anything sticky on the side of the wall. And I think the mosquito likes black, it likes corner, they like to fly along the wall. It's attracted to carbon dioxide. So that's the finding. So once they show this to the world, everybody was amazed, and they say, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna make this." So I believe because the news reporters say something about that, so a lot of communities maybe they heard it, but not everyone considered that as something serious until in Tainan previously they got a serious disease caused by mosquito, and they're starting to find ways and saying, we're gonna do something about the mosquitoes. Then they found this, and then they say, okay, let's make our own version. So they too modify that idea and turn it into their own. And then they had this Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. So I will have to say, really, if you want to solve a problem without willingness and determining attitude, all things are possible. So do have this in mind. Really, if you are willing, all things are possible. Okay, so that's the part. Ouch. Okay, so about the second question, any second question? Let me check. Yes, so also the water system thing. I'm 100% sure I saw it on the internet, but I forgot where it was. But however, for mosquito prevention technique, the first idea that came out, we saw it in Taiwan, was from the elementary school. I really admire elementary school's teachers. You know, they're busy. They had to teach so many things, but they are willing to share to the kids and also involve them in the experiment. And later, it becomes something a very helpful information to every one of us. So I would say that's amazing. So if you're willing to solve a problem, I believe there will be ways. Okay. By the end of the course, I am going to share with you something I really like, but I'm not 100% sure if I can do it now. So let me show it to you first and try to show it to you. Now, today I want to show you about one of the resource they have in Tainan called the Qimei Museum. Okay, so Qimei Museum was amazing. And why was that? Because it's full of surprises from this wealthy, rich person called Mr. Lin. Okay, let me check if you can see what I'm looking at. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so this is Qimei Museum. Once again, my favorite, Google Map. Okay, so this is Qimei Museum. As you can see, it's next to the airport. So it's over here and it's very, very beautiful. So let's have a look. Okay. Whoa, why do they have? Okay, so it's this building behind them. It's amazingly beautiful. And I know you cannot be here because of COVID, but anyway, I'm gonna give you the website of them and you can change the language to English. And then you can get to see information related to this museum. And one most amazing thing is this museum allows people to look at the museum, enter the museum online. Okay, that is such a great thing. So they allow people to enter the museum by the street view pictures. Yes, the street view in Google can now be used in Qimei Museum. Why was that? Because they allowed photographers to enter the museum and take pictures. So now you can now enter the museum like this. Okay, so after you enter this website, you see this link. And then the most amazing thing is happening now, that you can enter everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. For example, in the level 1, you have this normal people. If they want to enter that gate, they have to spend, sorry, more, I think at least $220 NTD. And you have to reserve not a seat, how to say this? They have limits for the amount of tourists who wants to visit this place. You can only visit this place with that amount of people. So if you cannot register and enter within the limit, let's say if they allow 1,000 people per day, for example, I forgot the real number. If they only allow 1,000 people to enter the place, and now I'm taking all of you and in front of the place and saying, I want to buy the tickets for 124 people. They said, no, sorry, we only have 10 tickets left. Then I have no choice but just to buy the 10 tickets and allow 10 of you to enter the place and to see everything. So you know how amazing this is when they actually allow photographers to enter and make a street view website, so you can click this and visit this place with your laptop or your cell phone or your computer. Okay, so this museum, why is it called Qimei Museum? Qimei is a company like the Taiwan version of Sony, if you can think about it this way, established by Mr. Wenlong Xu, and he was, well, he still is a very wealthy man. So he collected so many things, and his personal collection is so large in number, so up to a level he can make a museum and just put all these collections here. For example, the knives and guns you see over here, he collected here. He collected these things and put it here on this exhibition, and they are all real. They're not like models. They are real. So when I first entered this place, I was surprised or frightened by the feeling of this place, because I am 100% sure someone already used the katana or the knives to kill someone already. So there's some kind of spirit or something that's that go along the knife, I guess. I don't know. All right, don't ask me why. I just have this crazy sixth sense. I don't feel comfortable when I enter this place, because those are real knives, real armor, worn by real people. So this Richmond's collection is all these things. So there are a few things, of course, the arms and armor, our collection, and these. Yeah, the statue you can make out of animal skins, of course, and then yes, they were real, not now, but they were real animal. So this is one way you can make them mummies, and you can enter this place. And I didn't feel that comfortable here either. So you can now use these arrows to have a closer look at things. And I'm not so sure if I gave you the link, but yes, I did. So now, for the last 6 minutes, feel free to visit this place. And if you don't have enough time to do this, what I'm going to do is I am going to give you this link that I asked my colleague to make this video. So with some cool music, so you can visit this place.